Jay, who would you choose as your vice president when you run for office? Sarah Palin. I would want Sarah Palin as my VP so I could get some good pussy. I don't want to say anything bad about Keith the Romulan. That would be not cool because he, he was physically handicapped and a nice guy. Big J is an asshole, a dickhead, and basically a horrible human being. But I don't rip on people that have physical deformities or handicaps because physically I've been blessed. I've been an athlete my whole life, and to make fun of someone who has a birth defect or a handicapped in the physical nature, that just doesn't go over well with me. No, Jason is not physically handicapped. Jason probably has fetal alcohol syndrome. Conservative Cuban just joined. He's a good guy. I like his input. Jay, would you rather have a manual or an automatic sports car? This is coming from Max from Toronto. I'll tell you what. If I was going to go buy a brand new car right now, I just saw today a fucking Charger with a Hellcat engine. Now, a lot of people say, well, Jay, the Challenger is faster. Well, I don't really care. I'd rather, if I can get that Hellcat engine in a Charger, I'd rather have the bigger, more comfortable car. So, I actually, in a 4-door luxury performance sedan like a Charger SRT with a Hellcat engine, I think I'd rather have the automatic. But if I was going to get a Challenger, I'd rather have this 6-speed. So your transmission has to be based on what kind of car you're getting. You can't just say, do you want the manual or do you want the automatic? Because is that the real Moses? My brother, how are you? Dude, Moses is a badass motherfucker. I don't think I'd want to get in a ring with gloves on against Moses. I think I'm less scared of Moses bare knuckles because at least I could maybe get one good blow in and knock him out, make him go to sleep. I think with gloves on, Moses might beat the fuck out of me. Did you powder your nose? No, I wish I had some cocaine. Find me some. Moses, fuck you. I'd never fight you, brother. No, me and Moses are tight. Me and Moses have a bond that is pretty much for life. Like, we spent 4 days in a car together and like at least 3 nights in a hotel room. Me and Moses are bad mofos. No, but Moses, you gotta admit, like, I'd have a better chance bare knuckle than I would in a ring with gloves. In a ring with gloves, you'd kill me. At least out on the street, bare knuckles, I'd have a fighting chance. Dale chance. We don't talk about Uncle Crackhead. I haven't heard anything about Big Rob lately. What noise about Big Rob? Jay, why don't you ever do any heavy dumbbell work? I can answer that easy as fuck because I know to train. I don't have a training partner. How are you going to do heavy dumbbell work without a good training partner? Like, and for chest, I'm too strong for just about any gym. Like, what do you guys want to see me do? Dumbbell presses with the 120s? See me do 25 reps with the 120s? That's stupid. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's stupid. Oh, Moses wants to come down here and teach me how to fight. Dude. I think, I don't think I would lose a lick of muscle. If Moses came down here for 7 days and I injected a bunch of tests and some equipoise, stayed on my cycle and just did boxing training, even with my weak legs, I don't think I'd lose any muscle. 51 years old, so. Jay, what are your thoughts on Mike Tyson coming out of retirement? I don't want to fight him, but someone who's a real good fighter is going to knock his head off. Moses thinks I'd get stronger. Oh, yeah. Oh, Moses, I agree with you 100%. If I took 7 days off from training with weights and just trained like Rocky, of course I'd get stronger. Skipping rope and hitting the bag and running, doing sit-ups, of course I'd get stronger. Because I'm a big fat fuck. Oh. It's not rocket science. Does Kim Haynes smell like corn chips? Roofchild 434. Roofchild 434. Does Kim Haynes smell like corn chips? Dude. Her feet might, after they've been in socks and sneakers at the gym all day. But I'll tell you what, I would personally lick the corn chip smell off Kim Haynes' feet in a hotel room. I just had someone DM me today, and I'm not going to mention the woman's name, who said, you need to apologize to Kim Haynes. And I've already apologized to Kim Haynes. But since I got a DM today telling me to apologize to Kim Haynes, I want to officially apologize to Kim Haynes about what I said about her being a bad mom. That was way out of line. I believe what I said in the context of Kim Haynes being a bad mom. I think I was just ranting and raving about her, bragging about raising her grandkids. And I said, well, maybe if you hadn't have been such a bad mom to your daughter, you wouldn't have to be raising your grandkids. And you know what? That's none of my business. I should have never said that. And I do apologize to Kim Haynes. Oh, God. So, Kim Haynes is you know, I don't really know her personally. I've only met her once, and we spent 2 to 3 hours together, and most of that was at a restaurant. So I really don't know her personally. We've exchanged hours of text messages, and I think I know her, and I'm really mad at myself. I said that shit. So yeah, I do apologize again to Kim Haynes, but I doubt she'll ever accept my apology and let me back in her life. And more power to her, because I insulted her fucking her motherhood. I I I basically told Kim Haynes the reason you have your grandkids is because you were a bad mom, and that's really, whatever. I was drunk. It's none of my business. But she seems to take it personally, which, hell, good for her. She can. It's a free country. But whatever. Bygones be bygones. Yeah. We love you, Jay. That's a great comment. T Lanny, T_Lanny, or whatever your name is. Send an apology letter to Kim Haynes. She's the love of your life. I don't know if she's the love of my life. Dude, what I did was wrong. And I admit that. I said, and I don't even remember saying it. My good friends, Brad and Valerie. I was at Brad and Valerie's, and we're sitting at the dinner table, and the Taco Queen fucking reminded me of what I really said to trash Kim Haynes. And the Taco Queen is a good woman herself. And Valerie reminded me that, no, Jay, you did worse than that. You said she was a bad mom. That's why she adopted her grandkids. Yes, I did. And I didn't have the right to say that because I don't know the whole situation. I was just generalizing. And that's that. Who gives a fuck? We're freaks. Yeah, I mean, here's Jay Masters. Jay Masters, humble as fuck, realizing, that he's stupid as fuck, and that he trashed Kim Haynes for all the wrong reasons. Someone who was a good friend of his. But, she's never going to be the same person. Raw Dog 2019. Real Men Cry, Jay. I'm not crying, you cocksuck. Kim Haynes is a whore. Ugh. I really don't care if Kim Haynes is a whore. I don't think she is. Oh, good question from Mac from Toronto. Why did the other muscle sports chick hate Kim? I know. Dude, I am gonna fall under so much criticism from the other female athletes in the MSM community for apologizing to Kim. I'm gonna look like a big pussy to a lot of my good friends, especially Crystal Wildfire Anthony, Crazy Fit Freak, 11 Dina 11. Joe has a lot of female athletes that don't like him, that are my friends too. And it's I support their opinion and I respect their opinion and I honor their opinion. Like Crystal Wildfire Anthony, I want her to adopt me. Like my new mom, if I could choose a new mom, it would be Crystal Wildfire Anthony. And and her husband Richie, like I want them to be my mom and dad. But my feelings are my feelings. Thoughts on Keon Pearson? He's a fucking complete pussy. Keon, you're 5'4". You compete in the 212. I don't care if you're a pro bodybuilder. You're not a role model to children. Nobody wants to grow up and be a pygmy. Like a little short black guy. Get the fuck out of here. You need to fucking go to Redcon, Dallas McCarver, because you're small, short. Get the fuck out of here, Keon. You little pygmy. You want to make some kind of fucking social stance? Yeah. Nobody wants to grow up and be like you. I want bodybuilding to go back to where Mr. Olympia was a role model, where children would want to grow up and be like a guy. Like 1967 Larry Scott. Mr. Olympia should be a role model. Someone 6 feet tall, 250 pounds, that can fight and get pussy. Jay, what's your view on Black Lives Matter? You know, I don't really have a problem with BLM. My major problem with BLM is they march alongside Antifa. And Antifa, I am at war with Antifa. So when BLM accepts Antifa into their protests, well, a friend of my enemy is my enemy. So BLM is really fucking over their own cause by letting Antifa get involved. You guys think Antifa is fake? Well, I think it's fake too. It's basically the Democratic Party. Jesus Christ. If you guys study the Russian Revolution, it was basically after they killed the Tsar, there was basically a war between the Reds versus the Whites, and the Whites were fascist, and the Reds were communist, and the Reds basically won. That's where the Antifa, anti-fascist movement. Conservative Cuban, you live in South Florida? Why haven't you come and hung out with me and Lenny and Mussolini? Jason Sanzone, let's go. Fuck Jay in the pool. Shit. You guys think it's a coincidence that Jason Sanzone looks like Benito Mussolini? What if I told you that Jason Sanzone was a direct descendant of Benito Mussolini, and that he's here to help build my fascist rebellion? I got an honest question for you guys. How would, obviously, I'm extremely handsome, but I think I would do fairly well in fascist Germany. And maybe even fascist Italy under Mussolini. Because, yeah, I'm basically a fascist, aren't I? There's nothing communist about me. Well, I just saw it. I saw a funny comment. Who are all you losers with troll accounts dedicated to Jay? Yeah. I'm one of the only people in the fitness industry that's willing to come forward and saying, I'd rather be fascist than communist. And nobody, I mean nobody, wants to do anything about it except for little Wesley Boxley. Hi, Wesley. No wonder you go by the name Mac Truck. Who gives you the permission? Did some white person tell you you could call yourself Mac Truck? Wesley Boxley? Wesley. I'm telling you what. You come to the expo, you want to fight, you want to fight my cop friend? Yeah. Joe Pietaro is fucking crazy. Dude. My balls are half the size of Joe Pietaro's balls. You want to come fight Joe Pietaro? That motherfucker is a pensioned New York City police officer. You want to fight him? Okay. I don't. I'm personally going to go on record that I'm not fighting anybody that's a pensioned New York City police officer. Right. So if some fucking BLM processor wants to come fight my friend from Muscle Sport Mag, Joe Pietaro, who's a retired undercover narcotics officer from Queens, New York, Big J's coming in with the heater. Like, I'm not a very good fighter. I'm a big, fat, stupid fuck. So, but imagine this: I'm 330 pounds, and I bench a lot. I can lift a lot of weights. So Wesley Boxley wants to come confront Joe, or he wants to confront PJ, and he wants to get all political, and he wants to throw a sucker punch. He didn't even knock out fucking Wesley. You didn't even knock out Rich Piana. And then you ran like a girl. Little bitty Wesley. You ran away like a little redheaded girl. Imagine what's gonna happen if you try and sucker punch PJ Brown or fucking little bitty Wesley Boxley. You're gonna come confront Joe Pietaro at the Muscle Sports Mag booth. Let me give you some advice, little bitty Wesley. Go back to your little childhood when you were just a little tiny boy who had no breakfast and you had to get a government lunch and you're just weak and pathetic. That's how it's going to be if you go and try and sucker punch any of my friends. I'm bringing a fucking army of people. And we're going to fuck you up, little bitty Wesley. You're all bad. Listen, boy. You want to be a tough guy against PJ Brown? What happened to your feud with Joe Pietaro, retired New York City police? Huh? I'm going to be surrounded by retired New York City police. You want to fight me? Fight me. You're like 5'8" on a good day. You look like a smaller version of Rodney King. You're pathetic. We don't back down. See, I forgot about little bitty Wesley until he threatened brother PJ. Now I want to ruin this guy. But PJ is requesting that no violence comes from his page. But Mac Truck threatened Joe Pietaro months ago, who's a retired New York City fucking undercover fucking narcotics officer in Queens. Dude. I'm MSM to the core. I'm a Delray Misfit. But right behind that, I'm a MSM athlete. And Joe doesn't even have to fucking pay me. Joe is a fucking retired New York City fucking policeman. I'm basically sponsored by MSM for free. You do not fuck with Joe. And all my friends out there are with me. You don't fuck with Joe. Wanna fuck with Joe?